Alrighty, so today I'm going to be drawing a fish smoking a comically large cigarette. That is correct. Today I'm going to be drawing in my SOHO Urban Artist Sketchbook, and today I'm going to be drawing with my Pilot G2 0.7mm sized pen. But I do suppose before I go ahead and get my sketchbook all opened up, and before I go ahead and actually get to drawing, I should talk about why I want to draw a fish smoking a comically large cigarette. So why do I want to do just that? Well, the reason is quite simple. It's because I think it's a funny thing to do, frankly, but that's really all there is to it, in all honesty. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get my sketchbook all opened up to the nearest open page, if I possibly can. And now that I have done just that, let's go and just flip it over. Go ahead and get it into landscape rather than portrait. Let's go and bring my phone down just a little bit as well, I'm thinking. Just like that, make sure it's all centered. And now, actually, real quick, I'm just going to check to make sure how much ink is left in here. There's still some ink in my pen, so I think I'm all good to do the drawing today. Let's go ahead and close this back up. And now that I have checked how much ink is in my pen, let's go ahead and actually get to drawing the fish smoking a comically large cigarette. And to emphasize just how comically large this cigarette is, I'm going to draw a pretty small fish. So I'm going to start over here with the jaw. So let's go ahead and I think I'm going to do it right there. So let's do the jaw just like that. Wide open jaw, but a smaller fish than not. I'm just going to have it kind of come around like that. And then we're just going to have the back of the fish right there. It's just going to come back and around just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do all the teeth. And an eye right there, and an eye right there. Just like that. I don't think it's like the best fish I've ever drawn. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it will do. And now let's go ahead and draw the comically large cigarette. So let's go ahead and start it off right there, and let's just bring it all the way over, just like that. I might have made it a bit bigger than I was kind of planning on, but that's okay. Just go and add the filter right there. And then I'm just going to have some lines kind of emphasizing that this is the filter. So I'm just going to do some cross hatching, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some ash on the back of that, or not on the back of this, on the top of this. I'm going to have some smoke kind of coming off as well. Just like that. And I know some of y'all are probably trying to figure out how a fish is smoking a comically large cigarette. Fish do live underwater after all. Don't question it. Y'all hear? Don't question it. Don't do it. Don't question it. Do not look into the physics of this. Don't do it. What you will find will not make you happy. It will probably cause catastrophe to the entire world. So I don't recommend looking into the physics of this or looking into why a fish might want to smoke a comically large cigarette, aside from the fact that it's a funny thing to do. But other than that, as a whole, I think this drawing is looking pretty good. The cigarette doesn't quite line up with how big the fish's mouth is. I kind of wanted it to, but it doesn't really line up. But I think it really just does drive home the comically large factor. So I think that's a pretty good sketch for this drawing, but now I need to go ahead and finish it up. So let's go ahead and start doing just that. And to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and just add more lines, more layers of lines to everything I've already previously drawn. I'm going to add some extra details as well. But basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to thicken up all the lines just to make everything look a little bit more distinct and a little bit better than not as a whole. And just a little bit more finished in general. And of course, this is a Joe branded cigarette as well. I say, of course, like that's a given, but of course it is not a given. And there we go. I think that's the drawing all done. That is the fish that is smoking a comically large cigarette. What do y'all think of this drawing? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd have to say, personally, I like this drawing a decent amount. I do think there are some room there. I do think there is some room for improvement, but I'd have to say I do like how this drawing looks a little bit more so than not, and I think it's a little bit more solid than not as a whole, and I think it's pretty funny as well. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this drawing. Do you guys like it? Do you guys not? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, as well, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But yeah, as said, like, subscribe, and until the next one, y'all, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes, sir, and I'm saying.